Right now, we are going to give you your most close-up look yet at the search for aliens. And we are going right to the source, the real-life alien hunters, scientists. Put all the noise away. The scientists. The Galileo Project is at the forefront of the scientific search for alien civilizations on or near the Earth. And one of its main goals is to examine the possibility of extraterrestrial origin for UAPs by observing objects in or close to the Earth's atmosphere. So what have scientists discovered about extraterrestrials, about UAPs, about UFOs so far? Joining me now, director of the Galileo Project, Harvard theoretical astrophysicist, Dr. Avi Loeb, was with me earlier today on my online show, Hot Take. Good to see you again, sir. One of the interesting parts of the conversation we had earlier today was about AI-powered telescopes to analyze what is going on up there. Can you explain to our audience how big of a breakthrough that is?
Thanks for having me, Jesse. Well, first I should say that life is worth living when you treat it as a learning experience, and that requires two things, the curiosity to learn and also the humility to learn, which not everyone has. Now, AI helps our natural intelligence because it can deal with large data sets. It can also learn from previous data about the identity of objects, such as airplanes, balloons, drones, satellites. These are things we are familiar with. And the question is whether there are any outliers out there. We have 3 observatories providing us data on millions of objects. One is in Massachusetts, another one in Pennsylvania, and a third one in Nevada. And out of that data, we are trying to look for outliers, right, unidentified objects. We are trying to identify the unidentified using that data.
And using this technology, have you identified a recent breakthrough? Have you identified something that you're fairly confident to say, I don't believe that this is man-made. I don't believe that humans could create this. This appears to have characteristics of something beyond.
Not yet. I told my research team that if they find anything, they can wake me up at the middle of the night. The question is whether the US government has such data, and so far the declassified documents that were released in 2 batches in May did not show any conclusive evidence for non-human made technologies, but there are people discussing it. David Grush, together with lawmakers, stood up at the Capitol on Tuesday this week and said that there needs to be disclosure of such information because the government has it. I haven't seen it yet.
But you and I talked earlier about the idea there's certain characteristics you're looking for, right? You talked about this shiny, flat object that potentially could be something of interest. I mean, what are the characteristics that you're looking for and that this technology can pick up in a way that maybe it couldn't years ago?
Right, so we also look at objects that arrive into the solar system from outside and pass near the Earth. These are interstellar objects, and the first one identified in telescopes by astronomers had a flat shape, apparently, and was reflecting sunlight, and the reflection of sunlight changed by a factor of 10 as it was tumbling every 8 hours. And it was also pushed by some mysterious force that is not gravitational. So we see these unusual phenomena. They could indicate technology, but we don't have the proof, definite proof as of yet. It's work in progress. And without seeking the evidence, the way that a detective does in a crime scene, we heard your previous story, in principle, it's possible to prove things if you have enough data. That's what we are trying to do, rather than storytelling and philosophizing about the question whether we are alone or not. We can just look at the sky and figure it out.
By the way, real quick, can you give the analogy you did earlier today about how we shouldn't be settling?
Sorry, how?
The dating, how you talked about dating, how we shouldn't be settling.
Yeah, because you can view it as going on a blind date with some interstellar partner, and the best is to listen to the other side to figure it out. And of course, we can hope that the dating partner will be friendly, but it could also be hostile. So there is something to be learned by watching it and protecting the Earth. All in all, I think it would bring humanity to a better place, because it will inspire us about new science, new technology, exploring space, because if someone else visits us, we might want to visit their backyard. And it will be humbling in the sense that we have a sibling to our family of intelligent civilizations. And, you know, even if you believe in God, there is no reason to expect God to be a parent that can attend to only one child.
It's an interesting way of looking at it. And by the way, talk about learning. I didn't know that Avi Loeb was going to use a dating comparison in an alien discussion. But hey, I love it. Dr. Avi Loeb, thank you so much for taking the time. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.